Hello students! In this video, we're going to focus on solving rational equations. As defined, rational equation is an equation that contains at least one rational expression. Examples are these. To solve rational equations, we need the following procedures. First, factor completely the denominator. Second, find the LCD or the least common denominator. Third, multiply both sides by the LCD, then solve for the unknown variable. And lastly, check the solutions. We need to check the solution since there are extraneous solutions that is not a root or a solution of the original equation. Let's try this first example. Solve for x in the given rational equation. 2x plus 1 over x plus 1 is equal to 3 over x plus 1. So following our procedures, first is factor completely the denominator. So as observed, our denominators are already factored completely. So now let's proceed to our next procedure, which is finding the least common denominator. So based from the given rational equation, our LCD is x plus 1. Our third procedure is multiply both sides by the LCD. This is to clear the denominators. So here, we can now cancel out the factors and its denominator because if you just divide this one, it becomes 1. So the remaining equation now is 2x plus 1 is equal to 3. Okay, now so let's solve for the unknown variable. So we have 2x plus 1 is equal to 3. So we need to get rid of this coefficient 2 and this number, which is positive 1, to solve the unknown variable, which is x. So to do that, let's um, begin with eliminating positive 1 in the left side of the equation. So to get rid of this, you can do transposition or the subtraction property of equality. So in this video tutorial, we'll just use the transposition method. Okay, so we have 2x is equal to 3 minus 1. So if you transpose this one, the positive becomes negative. Okay. Okay, so next is we have 2x. So let's simplify. So 3 minus 1, that is 2. Okay, so to eliminate 2 here, we can divide both sides by 2 to keep our equation balance. So we can cancel this one now. So we have x is now equal to 1. Okay, okay. So let's check whether our answer, which is x is equal to 1, is a solution to the equation. Okay, so to check, you just have to substitute the value of 1. So if we substitute, so we have here 2 times 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 is equal to 3 over 1 plus 1. So we just replace the x variable into its corresponding value, which is equal to 1. So when you perform this one, this is um, here in the left side, that is 3 over 2, right? Because 2 plus 1, that is 3. Then over 1 plus 1, that is 2. So 3 over 2. And here also on the right side of the equation, that is still 3 over 2. So meaning, um, since both sides of the equation are the same, so we accept x is equal to 1 as the solution of the rational equation 2x plus 1 over x plus 1 is equal to 3 over x plus 1. So this is now our final answer. Okay, that's it. Now let's proceed to our second example. Solve for x in the given rational equation 1 over x plus 2 is equal to 3 over x plus 1. So our first procedure is to factor completely the denominator. So based from the equation, our denominators are already factored completely. Second, we will find now the LCD. So the LCD in the equation is the quantity of x plus 2 and the quantity of x plus 1. Okay? And the next is, we will multiply both sides by the LCD. Okay? So now we can just cancel out the LCD and the denominator. Just cancel out the common factor. So in this case, we have x plus 2 is the common factors of the in the left side of the equation. And here we have x plus 1. Okay? So now the remaining equation will be, we have x plus 1, because x plus 1 times 1 is just x plus 1. Okay? And then that is equal to, we have 3 times x plus 2. Okay? So now, so let's solve for the unknown variable. We have the equation x plus 1 is equal to 3 times the quantity of x plus 2. So we have here x plus 1 is equal to 3. Okay, we can apply now distributive property of multiplication over addition. So we have 3x plus 6, right? Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is to combine like terms. So x and 3x are like terms. Also 1 and 6 are both like terms. So we can do transposition method. So x minus 3x, I transpose a 3x from right side of the equation to the left. So it changed the sign. We also have now 6, and then positive 1 becomes negative 1. Okay, when you transpose it. So x minus 3x, as we all know that the coefficient of this variable is 1. Okay, parang naka-hide lang siya. So we have 1 minus 3, and that is negative 2. Copy the variable x, and then which is equal to 6 minus 1 is 5. And then divide both sides by negative 2. Okay, so our value of x now is, we have negative 5 halves. Okay, okay, so the last procedure in solving rational equation is to check whether the solution is, or whether the value of x is a solution to the given rational equation. So here we just have to substitute this negative 5 halves to the given variable x. So we have here, and then we just have to simplify these fractions here, and then we have the answer of negative 2. And the negative 2. So in this case, it is equal. So we accept the solution, negative 5 halves, to the given rational equation. So, okay, now, so let's proceed to our third and last example. So we have solve for x in the given rational equation. 7 over x plus 2 plus 5 over x minus 2 is equal to 10x minus 2 over x squared minus 4. Okay, so our first procedure is to factor completely the denominator. So based from our equation, x plus 2 and x minus 2 are already factored. So x squared minus 4 can still be factored. So we have the factors x plus 2 times the quantity of x minus 2. Okay, just review how to factor a polynomial. Okay, so we have now, I factor this one here, x squared minus 4 into its corresponding still. It is still equal to, we have x squared minus 4 is still equal to x, the quantity of x plus 2 times x minus 2. Okay, so now we need to find the LCD. So our LCD is, we have the quantity of x plus 2 and the quantity of x minus 2. Okay, so our third procedure is to multiply both sides by the LCD. So we have now this equation. Okay. So here, we don't cancel it right away. Here, just what we do in our previous examples, because there is an operation between these expressions. So we need to
use distributive property to break down expressions, okay? Okay, so based from this equation, we can break down this by applying distributive property, and we can now have this new equation, this one. Now we can now use the canceling method. So we have x plus 2. Let's cancel this out. And then we also have x minus 2, and then x plus 2, and then x minus 2. Okay, so the remaining, or so our new equation now becomes, we have 7 times x minus 2 plus 5, which is this one, times x plus 2 is equal to, we have 10x minus 2. So now let's solve for the unknown variable, which is x. So we have now, we can apply distributive property. So 7 times x, that is 7x. And then 7 times negative 2, that is negative 14. Okay, plus 5 times x, so we have 5x. Then 5 times 2, that is positive 10, is equal to 10x minus 2. Now, we can combine like terms. So, I'll just write the terms which has the value of x on the in the left side. So, we have now 7x. Let me just put 7 like this because, yeah. Here, so 7x plus 5x, and then transpose positive 10x to the left side, so it becomes now negative 10x. And then here is we have the numbers, so we have now negative 2, and then just transpose, we have negative 14 to the right side, so we have, it becomes positive 14, and then we have also negative 10. Okay. So here, so let's operate the coefficient. So we have 7 plus 5, that is 12, and 12 minus 10 is 2. Okay, we have now 2, then copy the variable x. We have 2x is equal to, we have negative 2 plus 14, that is positive 12. 12 minus 10, that is 2. So to eliminate 2 here, okay, let's divide both sides by 2. And our x now is equal to 1. Okay, so let us see if this is a solution to the equation by checking the result. So we can now substitute positive 1 to the given equation. So we have here, okay, so I'll just substitute or replace the value of x to the given equation, and then perform, you simplify, and the answer is, it's negative 8 over 3, and it is equal. So meaning we accept the value of x, which is equal to 1, of the solution of the given rational equation. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time.